This act might be known as the Indian Contract Act, 1872. This act might be known as the Indian Contract Act, 1872. Extent, commencement. It reaches out to the entire of India except the state of Jammu and Kashmir, and it will come into power on the main day of September, 1872. Nothing thus contained will influence the arrangements of any statute, act or regulation not therefore explicitly revoked, nor any use or custom of exchange, nor any episode of any agreement not conflicting with the arrangements of this act. Translation provision. In this act the accompanying words and articulations are utilized in the accompanying faculties, except if an opposite aim shows up from the unique circumstance. In this act, the accompanying words and articulations are utilized in the accompanying faculties, except if an opposite aim shows up from the context. When one individual means to another his ability to do or to go without busy, with the end goal of getting the consent of that other to such act or forbearance, he is said to make a proposition. When the individual to whom the proposition is made connotes his consent thereto, the proposition is said to be acknowledged. A proposition, when acknowledged, turns into a guarantee. The individual creating the proposition is known as the promisor, and the individual tolerating the proposition is known as the promisee. When, at the longing of the promisor, the promisee or some other individual has done or went without doing, or does or keeps away from doing, or vows to do or to swear off doing, something, such act or restraint or guarantee is known as a thought for the guarantee. Every guarantee and each arrangement of guarantees, shaping the thought for one another, is an understanding. Promises which structure the thought or part of the thought for one another, are called corresponding guarantees. An understanding not enforceable by law is said to be void. An understanding enforceable by law is an agreement. An understanding which is enforceable by law at the alternative of at least one of the gatherings thereto, however not at the choice of the other or others, is a voidable agreement. An agreement that stops to be enforceable by law becomes void when it stops to be enforceable.